Hey, what's up, folks? How's it going? This is Abhijit here, and welcome to DevOps Challenge Hub. So let's start with today's interview question. And today's interview question is about AWS CodeCommit. But CodeCommit is getting deprecated. It means if you already have repository in CodeCommit, you'll be able to create a new repo. But if you are new to Amazon or if you don't have any repo in CodeCommit, you won't be able to create. So they are not allowing people to create a repo on CodeCommit. So let's see their blog. Now, how to migrate your AWS code commit repo to another Git provider. So after careful consideration, we have made the decision to close new customer access to AWS code commit, effective from July 25th, July 2024. Existing customers can continue to use the service as normal. AWS continues to invest in security, availability, and performance improvement for AWS code commit, but we do not plan to introduce new features. So they are not going to introduce new features. If you already have your repo in code commit, you can use that. So, for the sake of completeness, I have kept this interview question. The code commit, like it's a fully managed source control service. So, question. Let's go to the code commit question, that interview question. But you may not face now. There used to be a question like code commit versus GitHub versus Bitbucket. What are the differences? So, code commit is fully AWS managed. GitHub is SaaS, GitHub Enterprise for on-prem, or you can use a software as a service. Bitbucket also software as a service. CodeCommit is deeply integrated with AWS service. GitHub has GitHub Actions package third-party tools, and Bitbucket has it's a means Atlassian tool. So it's related with integrated with the Jira Atlassian ecosystem, like Jira for ticketing, Confluence for wiki, Bamboo for like CI/CD, Trello, I think project management. So the other tools are there. So if you are already in the Atlassian Atlassian ecosystem, you would be better use Jira, Confluence, Trello, Bamboo, etc. But if you are deeply integrated with AWS, maybe you will go for AWS Code Commit. But definitely you can't go now. They are asking people to switch to GitHub. AWS Code Commit, it's a private by default. GitHub, you have private and free, public also there. If you want to create public, you can do it on AWS Code Commit. Bitbucket also free public private repo for up to 5 users. You can do CI/CD with AWS Code Commit, code pipeline, code build, code deploy. These are the facilities available on AWS. On GitHub, you have GitHub Actions. There are many other integrations. Bitbucket, you have Bitbucket pipelines. You can use Jenkins, Bamboo. And AWS, it's a community is very small, and they decided to close it down. Means they're not going to support, like not going to add any extra features. So feature also not as it's not as feature rich as GitHub or Bitbucket. Bitbucket is quite strong in enterprise. GitHub also it's the largest. It has the largest development community. Its UI is polished, intuitive. CodeCommit its UI like a kind of AWS style, and Bitbucket is friendly for team. So these are the main differences between CodeCommit, then GitHub and Bitbucket. So it's AWS managed. You don't need to do any patch or any management of the system. Nowadays, everyone is going for software as a service only. There are very few cases where people are installing GitHub or any other version control system on their system on a EC2 instance or on some instance and managing it. So it's mostly for software as a service people are going for it. And this Jira Confluence, Trello, Bamboo, this is also quite popular. And GitHub is also popular. People are moving to GitHub. How do you configure access to a code commit repo using IAM roles or credentials? So there are two types. If you already like generally like for AWS access, you will have IAM role, and in IAM you can create a credential for Git this code commit, or you can that is IAM user with Git credentials. And second one with SSH keys, you can create two keys, private, public, and upload that public key into SSH keys for AWS code commit. So the other two ways you can do it. And next question is how do you migrate from GitHub, GitLab to code commit? So GitHub, GitLab, code commit. It can, now it's either way. It's code commit to maybe you will be migrating to GitHub or GitLab. It's not GitHub to code commit now because code commit, as I said before, it's they are going to add the desktop going to add new features. So in any migration, first you what you do like you just create empty code means you create an empty repo, and then if you're migrating to GitHub or code commit, you create an empty repo, and then like if you're migrating from GitHub to code commit, then clone that GitHub repo, and then you add that remote repo to where you are migrating. If you are doing code commit, if you are migrating to code commit, you add remote repo as a code commit. If you are migrating to Bitbucket, add Bitbucket as the remote one. If you are migrating to GitHub, add that as a remote repo. You do GitHub git remote add remote, git remote add code commit, or git remote add the whatever repo you want to migrate to, and then push all the data. Then do git push commit, git push all, and push them all. Right? So these are the things. Basically, like the main point is here that you have to change that remote repo, configure that remote repo, point to where you want to migrate. So today we don't have a quiz for this because just for sake of completeness, I'm keeping it. But code commit going forward, I see that most of the organization will be using GitHub or Bitbucket or other version control system, but not code commit because new code commit repository creation they are anyway not allowing. So that's it for today. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow DevOps Challenge Hub LinkedIn on LinkedIn page, and I organize quiz contest daily. You can participate in that, and you can also follow the WhatsApp channel. Thank you for watching this video. See you again in the next video.